The Bolts of Pain podcast, an English take on a colonial endeavour. Men in pads and tight clothing and lots of adverts. You'll find none of that nonsense here. Just resentment, bitterness, and a permanent sense of what could have been, if only we had given the chaps cricket.
Hello, my name is Nick, and I have been a long-suffering Los Angeles Chargers fan since 1986. There's a backstory there, maybe I'll go into it one day. So the best part of 40 years, I followed the Chargers through some good times and many bad times. Why am I doing this podcast? Well, obviously from my voice you can tell I'm a Brit, and while there are numerous American NFL podcasts, numerous American Chargers-based podcasts, I can't see a UK-based one. There was one, but that seems to have sort of just died a quiet death, curled up in the corner and gone away. So I thought I'd do an NFL kind of podcast focusing on the Chargers, but from a UK perspective. So I won't be studying the film and all that stuff. I won't be breaking things down play by play. The Americans go into that in a lot of detail, and that kind of stuff washes over me, really. I'll just be talking about the games as they happen through the season and my general thoughts about the NFL, and you can kind of take it or leave it, really, from there. So here we are. It's week one of the 2025 season. Hope springs eternal as ever. A new season. Everything is ahead of us. Everything is great for the moment. And you know what? After week one, everything is great because we played the Chiefs. You know, the AFC powerhouse. Yes, they got beaten up in the Super Bowl, but hey, they get to Super Bowls, right? If only we were so lucky. 1994, for the love of God, over 3 decades. We played the Chiefs. They've had the hex over us. We played them in Brazil, supposedly a home game, but we don't really have home games anyway, so what does it matter? Over 47,000 people in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, saw the Chargers give the Chiefs a bit of a whooping, really. They led from the get-go, were never behind, and won 27-21. It was a really good performance. Justin Herbert, oh my God, what a game. In a prime slot, what a game. Just led with his arm, led with his feet, led with his attitude. I see a kind of different attitude with Justin Herbert in that first game from his previous demeanour. He's always been a kind of passive guy. I mean, 6'6" with a rocket arm. He's as passive as you can be with those credentials, but he has had kind of a passive demeanour. He seemed to be more into it and more focused, and it was just a joy watching him play. 318 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 32 yards on the ground, including that 16-yard scramble at the end, which sealed the game for us. Keenan Allen, yes, he's old and he's a slot receiver, but the difference he makes to Justin Herbert and the difference he makes in that offense, you've got Keenan Allen now, you've got Ladd McConkey, 2 superb route runners. Maybe you don't need a deep go speedster receiver. Maybe you don't. Maybe you can work with Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, and then Quinton Johnson with his yards after the catch ability. And he also played very well, 2 touchdowns. Just a really great game. The defence was great, by the way. I'm going to say defence, right? I'm not going to say defence. It's the defence. The same way I don't say garage. I'm not American, so the word will be defence. The defence played really, really well as well. Injury worries for Denzel Perryman, but hey, we're the Chargers, and if we didn't come out of a game without an injury worry or two, it wouldn't be the same, would it? Really excellent. We went to the game as underdogs. Yep. Well, we put that to bed. We played in our favourite colour scheme that I love, the powder blues and those gold, what would you call them, leggings. I'm not going to call them pants. The pants are what you wear under your trousers, right? The gold leggings, jeggings, whatever you want to call them, look really, really cool, and just a great game. And our next one is against the Raiders. There's supposed to be this thing where you hate the Raiders. I don't necessarily hate the Raiders. I just want to beat everybody. I think the Raiders are a bit of a sad sack franchise. Well, they have been, certainly for the last 2 decades. They're probably now as dangerous as they've been in the last 20 years or so with Pete Carroll at the helm. He just wins wherever he goes, and he'll bring some stability, I think, even to that chaotic franchise. And they've got a decent quarterback now with Geno Smith, there. So the next game is going to be difficult. We're favourites, but I don't know. The Raiders at their place. It's the second of 3 AFC West games for the Chargers, and let's see how that goes on. That's happening. When's that happening? That's a Monday night game, which in the UK means it's kicking off, according to my Google Calendar, on Tuesday the 16th of September at 3 a.m. I won't be staying up to watch it. That's for sure. Again, I'm not that. I love it. I love it when the Chargers win. I love the Chargers full stop, but I'm not one of those people that can, just because of my work and my life, I just can't be up at 3 a.m. watching sort of 3 hours of football through to early morning on the 16th. So good luck the Chargers with that. Other thoughts on week one? Nothing really. It was a great week. Just good to have football back, isn't it? Meaningful football. The Jets. If for those of you that listen to Heed the Call, the Hansa Sessler spin-off from around the NFL, and from when Hansa especially fell out with the NFL. Heed the Call, great podcast. And if you do listen to it, you know Dan Hansa is a lifelong Jets fan. And week one of this season, the guy that you brought in 3 seasons ago to save your franchise, Aaron Rodgers, he gets injured, doesn't he, on that first play in the first game of his new career with the Jets couple of seasons ago, and then is out for the entire season. Plays last season but wasn't great. They had the loss of the coach. Robert Saleh gets sacked. Aaron Rodgers, hot and cold, and then yesterday he turns up as the starting quarterback now for the Pittsburgh Steelers, goes into New Jersey, throws 4 touchdowns, looks as good as he's looked at any time in the last 3 or 4 years against the Jets. And they're supposed to be this hallowed defense, and they get shredded by Aaron Rodgers. Just peak Jets. That was my takeaway from week one. Yeah, the Ravens-Bills game was very, very entertaining as well. So we're here, and it's good, isn't it? Isn't it good? And let's go on. Let's go to the Raiders. Let's win. Let's put them back in their box. I think we're going to do it. I'm confident. Joe Alt, left tackle, standing in for Slater. Superb performance, and the defence was led by Derwin James and a couple of linebackers who I don't really know, Marlowe Wax and Dan Henley, who according to PFF were along with Derwin James, were the top 3 players on the defensive side of the ball for the Chargers. So really exciting, and let's go Chargers. And I hope you enjoy this podcast. As you can tell, it's not structured. It's a bit rambly. It's my first one. I'm just getting my feet under the desk, as they say. But I will be back with you. I'll try and do this probably every Tuesday or Wednesday. So the whole NFL weekend is behind us, and then I can just pontificate as I see fit. But welcome aboard to Bolts of Pain, and welcome to this journey with me. Thank you for your time.
The Bolts of Pain podcast is available in all good gentlemen's clubs. Ask upon entry. Discretion assured.